What's up, y'all?
What up, guys?
We
What
back.
it do?
We back. And Manny is off the tables. He's napping right now. No, we're joking. This is my dog Rex. He's real. He's real. Damn. Can I get a round of applause, Manny? Do you know where that's at? That button? Because
The applause?
woo!
Because that was a hell of an episode.
Hell.
Oh my God.
Really good.
Thank you, guys.
Really good.
You
really.
delivered. The title of the show is called Lost Girls, right? Did I get that right?
You said that earlier. I didn't look it up, though.
We don't have anything, guys. We can't. Okay, so one of the things, before we get into ratings, one of the things that has bugged us, and I'm sure it's bugged you guys, is the fact that IMDb is now Wikipedia, right?
Oh, yeah.
Lame.
That's not good. We don't like that. We don't like that at all because that's a lot of people's primary source of just looking stuff up. Sorry, I'm gonna refrain.
Quick source.
I'm gonna try to refrain from cussing because my mom goes, "Does it have to be vulgar?"
Oh, no. She literally told me on the phone yesterday. It's like, why does Fonz have to cuss so much?
Oh, mom,
That's not true. I'm sorry.
Fonz is not like this.
Wink.
Yeah. Okay. Ratings, as always. Do you want me to
0.
go first?
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, go first.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
This episode,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go 8.5.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Someone asked me why.
¿Por qué?
Why?
Oh, wait, are we bilingual? I guess. Sorry.
All right, I'm done. Manny, cut it.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Pourquoi?
Oh yeah, still done.
right.
Okay, 8.5. It was good. It delivered. Okay, there was one CSI scene-ish. Other than that, man, beautiful. Yes, it was. It was so good. I'm gonna whisper now because we have neighbors. Just kidding.
Also, we're in a different setting.
Yeah, this
we
is
are in a completely
okay.
different setting.
So this is before.
Welcome to our studio.
Welcome.
We
No.
finally rented a room.
No. Every time we've done an episode, it's been something new. We've added something new. This is a new scenery. This is my apartment. The first episode, for season 2, if you guys saw it, it's Scream, and we're sitting on the couch. This is the couch. I don't know. I'll probably cut it out later. I will say for this episode now, 8.5.
Okay.
So good. It was a lot of action that we're getting. It was just that Yellowstone kind of feel again to it. We're gonna go into it more, but I don't want to spoil everyone's take on it.
Okay.
I will say that it just has that home feeling again, and rightfully so. Following after Madison, we could talk about that. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, we'll talk about. Okay,
We're going to talk about
You want-
medicine.
we'll talk about it at the end. How about that?
Okay.
Okay, because this is so fresh. We just saw it right now. Marshals, so good. Thank you guys for the directors and whatnot. We
Yeah.
did not look it up again because we're
trying to we're trying to be surprised.
Yeah.
There you go.
It was good. I will say that this episode just brought us back at home. Brought us back it ended on a hook. And I'm like, thank you, because I was wrong at a point, but I was like, it could be one or the other option on the van scene.
Oh, yeah.
And so it left us on the hook. And I genuinely like that because that's Taylor Sheridan type feel.
Okay.
It makes you watch the next episode. Now you have to watch the next one. I gotta know what happens.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna dive too deep on it because this is what the episode's about. So I'm gonna let's popcorn, old school fashion popcorn. Drum roll. Just kidding.
Rock, paper, scissors. Go.
Oh no.
I won. You go.
Okay.
I saw it. You had rock. He had paper.
Show the cameras. I honestly would give it an 8.
Yeah?
Yeah. Solid 8.
Pourquoi?
Oh.
Wow.
Wow. He's bilingual.
Hashtag bilingual.
Wait, Fonz gave it an 8?
I know. Standards. I know.
Wow, that's up there. You have
It is.
standards? Okay, sorry. Go for it.
I actually do. There's a grading rubric, and
Okay, guide
I
us
never
through
give
that.
an A.
You know what? Guide us through that.
Listen, guys. I never give it an A. An A is perfection. I don't believe in perfection, but
I thought you were the perfect man, though, bro.
there's no such thing as perfect.
Oh,
There's always room for improvement,
this is true.
and I improve every day, like fine wine. I'm not just kidding. No, I give it an A.
Sorry.
I give it an A. All right, are you want to hear my rating?
I'm trying, dude. You make it so hard. I'm trying.
Okay, I give it an 8. The actions were there, the scenes, the way that everything was playing out for this entire show was it kept you on the edge of the seat. Like you wanted to know more. You wanted to know what's going to be next. It left you, every scene left you in a cliffhanger, and then it responded, and it left you in a cliffhanger, and then it responded. And honestly, I really enjoy that. I was getting tired of the whole like, all right, guys, let's sit around the round table and let's all discuss. And it's me, and now I have an idea, and we end in a bar.
Yeah.
It really kind of just like gave you that the switch. You're like, wait a minute, this isn't the. It left you thinking like, wait a minute, I thought I knew what was going to happen, and now I don't. So now, like you said, I need to watch the next episode.
Yeah.
I'm drawn into it, and I was waiting for this since like episode 1.
You're not gonna get that.
Yeah,
episode
definitely.
1, bro. You're not gonna get that.
No, you do.
I mean-
Episode 1, your pilot episode is the one that hooks you. I feel like since episode 1, we were kind of doing this as an obligation in hopes, and now that we got it in 5
Episode
weeks
5.
later, episode 5,
A
5
month
weeks
later,
later.
A month later.
Okay, I can stand behind it now. I like it. I enjoy it. I'm enjoying it
It
now.
was good.
It was really good.
Do enjoy. Oh, man, it was such a good episode.
All right, we already heard you, Randy.
Oh, sorry.
Manny.
You guys might be surprised, and I didn't say it earlier, but this is a 9 for me.
Damn.
And then I didn't give it a 10 because obviously there's room for improvement.
Okay.
They gave us everything we wanted. Like you said, they kept us at the edge of our seat the entire time. It was, you didn't know what was going to happen sometimes. You're like, what the heck? But
Yeah.
it was so good.
Mhm.
And we said during one of the commercial breaks, we said that felt really Yellowstone.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I absolutely loved everything about this episode. It was so good. I don't talk too much, so you guys, obviously, but I enjoyed it so much, and you're like, okay, it felt like Yellowstone season 6 in a way, like what's coming next? What's coming next? What's coming next? But yeah, no, it was absolutely freaking great. And then they left us at a cliffhanger. We're gonna find out what happens. I was a little surprised that we didn't see the continuation of that manhunt, like with the guy that they let go last episode.
That's true.
I was a little surprised they didn't go into that. I thought they might have, but they did not.
Well, we knew what was going to happen, I feel.
Well, yeah.
It's Mo.
It's Mo.
It's Mo.
That Mo scene was awesome. We were screaming. We were like, hell yeah.
I promise you, I wasn't going to hurt you. I was like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
He kept his word.
It was such a good. There he goes.
Oh, there he's like, and I'm over this.
He said, I'm done.
Oh, well, he's part of it now. No, I know it's not available. Here, you can go up or you can go down. I don't know, but he's going down.
There you go. He's laying down.
I know. Sorry, buddy.
All right. So I have a couple of questions.
Okay.
You said 8.5.
Yeah.
Why not a 9?
That's a good question.
Where is that 0.5 coming from?
I'm holding back. I think I'm holding back. It's only because I feel like, okay, so this time is the first time we ever saw it with commercials.
Okay.
I'm holding back because it's like you have to tread lightly with this kind of topic, and I want to know where they go about it. Like with all the topics Taylor Sheridan's touching on lately, and I feel like the writers are very close, tight knit with everybody.
Mhm.
So I think that the 0.5 comes from like it's there almost at a 9 where I'm at like we said always it's a Yellowstone type feel.
Okay.
So I want it to feel that way. It's not going to be that show. So I got to realize that. It was feeling that way and only because like I said we're going to talk about Madison in a minute. Oh, sorry dude. Um it's just not that type of thing right now and I can't I don't know. I'm there's a barrier for me for that 9. And the 9 for me is like, oh my God, it was fully there. It was there.
So what would you want it? What would you want it to see in this episode to make it that full 9?
Wholesome. I think wholesome's the word. I
Okay.
wanted to feel like Taylor Sheridan does for me, just very wholesome. And I can't obviously this one is hard for me. You guys saw me pacing. It's a hard episode for me to watch. I work with kids.
Okay.
And it's to a point where I'm just like, oof, this is a tough subject. And that's what makes it real.
Oh no, yeah, it was
Yeah.
a very real subject,
Yeah.
and they kind of piggybacked, and they said the Monica episode where
Yeah.
she put herself in the fire for child abduction. Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wouldn't you consider, guys, that as a wholesome part of it? And then therefore it would earn its 9?
Well, I gave it a 9, so
I know you did. Talking to this guy.
Repeat the question. I'm sorry. My dog is getting antsy. Come here.
Well-
here. You want love? What do you want? We're trying. I know. I'm sorry. It's not available right now. You're gonna have to deal with that.
he's like, "Why can't I get in there?"
Yeah.
I don't
Repeat the
understand.
question, Fonz. I'm sorry.
So
Come
we
here.
have a 8.5, we have a 9, we have an 8. You're closer to Manny and in that 9. You were saying wholesome, right?
Mhm.
That was what would you expect to give it a full 9?
Yeah.
My question to you is based on what you were saying, wasn't them trying, tying in Monica, trying in the
Mhm.
whole child scene, making it real? Didn't that make that episode wholesome and real?
I think
And
where my wholesome comes from is more or less like how we felt from Madison, and we'll touch more on that. It's like not relatable because I haven't lost anybody. Sorry, spoilers again. Madison, if you guys haven't seen it, you guys missing out. It's more so like, yeah, I can relate to it now. This episode, you're right.
okay.
But it's not at the point where I'm like, oh, that's a 9, like for sure, because there was a lot of jump points, a lot of jump points here and there.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh, that's a little too jumpy for me. We're going to this case that we're just now hearing about. Like they just have to like be there and separates the group.
Okay.
It doesn't they could be doing the manhunt scene that Manning was talking about. That maybe put it at a 9 because we're talking still storyline. This is just a segue, and I'm like, why does that have to even exist?
Got
Do you
it.
get what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yes.
It was more or less like the whole like it's got to be they got to be here at this point. Well, why couldn't they just be working on the manhunt as opposed to just be working on some random case? Like
Got it.
I don't like that.
You would have wanted the episode to be all about what we were watching towards the end of the episode.
You got to keep it going. Like you're telling a story here, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, they're over here doing this. They're busy, but they should be busy during the manhunt. Because that's
Tyler, I was trying to get him a 9.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Not there yet.
All
It's you know what? I do like the whole beginning scene. Tate's back in it. The fact that they only found out about the girl because he's trying to sell the horse. This is the last time this is the last thing tying them to Monica was the horse.
Well, Tate said, "Is this mom's way of, saving somebody?"
Yeah. So it's so weird that like that's how they tie it in, and it makes sense because like he said it too. We wouldn't have found her if we didn't try to sell the horse.
It really just plays into the whole. Here's why I give it an 8.
We already had your why.
I know my why, but I'm very like to your guys' nines and everything. I think the 8 stands a little bit more because it ties more into what you were saying, where the episode kind of just like deviated and just so by happen chance, we ended up with this case. And then it really picked up in here.
And it was good to see everybody was deep into it.
Exactly.
The entire team, even behind, what's his name? The
Cal
leader?
Pete.
Cal Pete.
Yeah.
Behind his back, they were all into it.
Yeah.
So that was great to see.
Yeah. What I really enjoyed about it was that every character played into the theme, which was the missing girls. Everyone had some sort of perspective. From Cal, going in with the perspective of him being a dad and not being there for his daughter.
Yeah.
With the Martha Stewart cowboy, Belle, being
There
a
you go.
mother.
And you're never gonna let that go, are you?
I'm not. I'm sorry.
No, I think we failed to mention that was the thing. I was telling you, like, dude, a lot of people are saying that's like she got on an interview saying that a lot of people are recognizing you as the Martha Stewart.
Yeah, absolutely. I told you guys. I knew it.
Yeah, we were on to something.
I knew it.
So, see, guys, we're credible. We're semi-credible.
Exactly.
We know what we're talking about sometimes.
Sometimes
it's dumb, but it
makes sense somehow. Eventually.
Yeah. Okay, go on.
But everyone had a perspective. Cal with his daughter, Belle with her perspective of being a mom, even oh crap, Andrea Diaz.
It's Andrea Diaz. Yeah, I think so.
Andrea, even her like feeling her kind of way. Cruz. There you go. Cruz. Jesus. I knew there was a Z in there. Cruz, even feeling some way. Miles, being that this was the last case that he worked on before he joined the Marshals. Casey finding the relation that, this is the res, this is where his kids grew up, this is what Monica used to do or was involved in at some point. Every single character played a part into that theme and had something to say into that storyline. And that's what I really enjoyed about this episode,
Yeah. And then Miles was pissed.
Oh, yeah.
He looked at him and he's like, oh, no. Yeah, he was fucking pissed.
Oh, it's what Cal was saying is like, you can't make it personal, but for him it was, because he's in a situation where one, he's getting all this heat from his, from the res because he's now part of the big government, and his idea of joining the big government is because he still wanted to somehow help out his community. And now that he's tied into something that he was closely working on and he couldn't complete, and now he has this opportunity to, start it up again and actually finish the job, how anyone in the situation is going to feel like, okay, you know what, this is my opportunity. I need to make sure that I complete it this time. Like, I can't just leave it at half point. I have to figure out how we can actually move past this and how I can actually show that my position now is actually going to help and, my community that I come from and that I'm well aware of.
Yeah.
So that's what I really enjoyed about this episode because, like you said, like we've been saying, it really deviates from the whole NCIS. Oh, here's a crime. Here's a...
Oh, and they didn't give us that feel too much at all this time, which was great.
Yeah,
it was good.
Absolutely. It actually felt like a story. It actually felt real. It actually followed not a script, but an actual real event.
Yeah.
And we were able to see these genuine reactions and emotions to this event. That's what I really enjoyed about it, being that you guys are a little bit more hopeful. That's why I was kind of inquiring, why you guys didn't really give it like that full sense. For me, it was just more of, again, holding, like you were saying, holding back on the episode. Because there were some things where I'm just like, we could have literally done without this entire scene. Like this scene could have like played something different, with the biggest scene was just them dealing with that murderer that the DOJ wanted his confession and he was going to get. Like, honestly, if we had scrapped that,
it would have been perfect.
It would have been okay.
Yeah, it would have been fine.
It didn't add to the episode. It didn't take away from the episode. It was very irrelevant. And that was the kind of the thing that I was noticing with all the other episodes. There were just these irrelevant scenes that made no sense. Yeah, fillers. It was fluff that just you don't need there. So why put them there? Like, what was the meaning of it?
I think they were just trying to like, oh, this is the episode. We're trying to let them know that there's stuff to be done. They're just not a pointless task.
Okay.
So I think that that's what they're trying to do, is like, this is a job that they have. It's not the right cases that they want to do all the time. I'm kind of defending that on their end. It's not something we wanted as viewers because it feels like fluff, or forced. I will say that there's that area could have been filled with, like I said, the whole other manhunt. That should have been that. I feel like that we didn't need to hear, like, because that character was nothing.
Yeah.
And I think that was the whole point of it, was like, we have better things to do with our time.
Mm-hmm.
And going back to Miles, why was he driving that car? I knew when
we said it the second we saw it.
We're like,
why is he driving?
Before I was thinking, I'm like, he better not be driving. But that's the drama. Like, you gotta have someone who's taking it too personal. This is to the heart. Like, they've been preying on on the res for too long. The same group, apparently, over and over. Rainwater begging for help is just, I mean, you wouldn't go as far as begging, but him going into that and like
putting his pride aside.
Yeah. No, and that's something you don't see from Rainwater at all. Too much. At all.
That's a good point.
He doesn't do that. And he felt the need to do it this time.
Yeah.
Which was actually pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
Because it's not in this characteristic to do.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, I like that, because enters in Mo doing I think what we call the dirty work. That's why Mo is like, I think he's there for that. Like,
Mo's his rip in a way.
Yeah.
Mo is his rip.
That's a good, actually, that's a really good analogy.
Yeah. Wow. He's not full of it. See, he's sleeping and he's still talking.
Okay.
No, one of the reasons why we're here too is because I wanted you guys to see that we actually do have a dog. He's actually here. We don't just put him on there for no reason. We're here because he can actually be in the episode this time. So going on to like the fact that, we got Rainwater begging for help, Mo doing the dirty work, Cal teetering on the line, like, why is my team like not listening to me? Or the fact, like, we're seeing now a wedge that's starting, because Casey's kind of like, sometimes you guys got to do the wrong thing to be right.
And you're actually seeing the team following that.
Yeah.
That path, because, because you have first the two girls that are doing all this. Okay, while we're doing this job, all right, let's look in the back end without notifying them.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally he gets involved, and they're already like halfway through the case already. They're like, oh, actually, we already started.
What's this whole time?
The entire time.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you guys were doing it behind my back. Well, actually, right in front of you.
Yeah.
You just weren't noticing it.
Yeah.
But it really is starting to kind of develop how Casey is getting that leadership without being the actual leader. He's not the assigned leader, but you are starting to see how the team is, kind of wrapping in and like supporting him and joining him in his cause, and him still giving them the options. Like, listen, this is what I'm going to do. You guys still have a choice, but at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I think is right.
Yeah.
Not by what was written in the law or by the procedure or whatever, by literally what I think as my common sense is to be true, which is a dangerous little thing to do sometimes.
No Tim Dimmadome.
Yeah.
None of that.
But again, it was a great episode. It really kind of just I feel as viewers, it really just kind of captivated us and like really reeled us in, and finally gave us that hope.
No, it's what we were looking for the entire
Exactly.
time,
Yeah.
and we just didn't get it 1 through 4, and then
Mhm.
today blew us off our fucking mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It
absolutely.
was great.
It left us on the hook that we wanted but not desired internally. I feel like that's the right word. I don't know. Don't quote
Yeah.
me. All right, moving on.
Okay.
I just got the sign from our producer. He lives up there. AKA me. Just
He
kidding.
flashed the lights a couple times.
Yeah. I think he's saying we got 5 minutes left. I'm just kidding. We're trying to make sure we're keeping it around 30-minute range, guys. Going along with that timeline, let's talk about Madison.
Stop it.
Stop.
Oh, so good. It broke. This is the #1 show on Taylor Sheridan's project, guys. If you haven't seen it, better watch it. I have nothing else to say about that, as in on that note, because I will say that I have seen a lot of takes on it, and it's beautiful. Like there was one I saw had mentioned that the women showed up for the show. Apparently there's a demographic on that. There is a lot of women have showed up to watch this series because it's a women's take on it, and they're like, I don't know, they did polls on, I don't know how you do it, but like, cause I don't know, maybe they actually tune in to see like who's freaking watching, who's signed up on Paramount. That's a female.
You said something earlier about it's a women's take on something.
Oh yes, Pfeiffer. So she thank you, Manny. She so we know Paul is struggling through the whole series, or not the whole series, the first.
Paul the brother.
Paul's
the brother. Yeah.
He's struggling through a loss, his wife's loss, and he tells Kurt Russell, his brother, Preston, I hope you never have to feel this.
And he doesn't.
He doesn't. He never left.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. And Pfeiffer ends up feeling it.
Yeah.
And
Stacy.
It is her. Thank you, Fonz. It is unfortunately her role now, and it's so good because I've spoken to a therapist about it too. Like, so not mine therapist, that's for sure. I will say that they said that even the things that they did too is more or less like, yeah, those are the kind of, like, once you make it also to that big, like what's his name? Damn, I just had his name. The one who plays the therapist.
If you don't have our phone, so we can't look it up.
Yeah, well, it's something good.
Yeah.
He aged well.
He did.
Okay, well, before we do that, I will say that there are some things that, you know, could be seen as unethical, but I feel like once you make it that big, it's like no biggie. I'm going on a tangent here. I will say that it was such a good episode. I talked to multiple people about it. Females showed up for this show because this is a predominantly male driven show. Like you see all the males' perspective left and right. This one we got to see the female's perspective, and it did the best, which is amazing. The males were already tuning in. You got Landman, for Christ's sake. Like that's so good. But that show, Madison, going off of like the ending on it, like her wrapping around, that one felt wholesome for me because I'm like, we can't, like, how do you, I have had loss in my life. It sucks. It does. I've had, one of my worst times in my life was near COVID. It was 2021. That was one of the worst times of my life. I had a lot of loss in my life in different ways. Manny knows, he saw me collapse at a bar one time. I could not take that.
You were able to relate.
Yeah, I can relate very well. So that was, I can understand loss. I can't fully relate because I'm not married and I'm not like, and I don't have kids.
But you understand the grief.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. So I'm going to pass that along to you because I love that show. That made me cry left and right. I think I cried the whole last episode.
Oh, man.
At 5 a.m?
Yeah. Fonz, I think, didn't even budge on the last. Tell us about that. That was a little culture.
For me, listen. Y'all sentimental. No, I'm just kidding. No.
We're Hispanic, bro.
No, honestly, great episode, great show. Honestly, that last episode was very moving.
Mm-hmm.
For me, though, I was more.
You were irritated.
I was irritated. I was irritated.
Yeah.
I was
Tell us.
Well, for me, growing up, for me, and what my culture and how my parents raised me up, and understanding grief and understanding death and accepting it.
Mm-hmm.
We know death. We accept death as it is the next step. It is something that is going to happen, and we appreciate the fact that in the now we get to do and say and react and do all these things for our loved ones and for all these people that unfortunately someday we are going to lose. And there are, from a very young age, we're taught these things. We know what will happen, and we're kind of given these steps of, this is what you're going to expect. These are the things that we need to do, and you don't do it alone. You do it with your family. You do it with,
well, and that's what that scene was about, but that you didn't like.
It wouldn't
get to it.
No,
because I remember his name is Will Arnett.
It's Will Arnett. There you go. No, what happened in the particular scene that I was seeing, which was where they were having the memoriam or whatever the hell they were, a cocktail party, birthday party. That's
it
what
was basically a cocktail.
It was a cocktail party.
Yeah.
Her children not knowing what to, like, when the granddaughter was like, well, what do we do now? Like, do
you want to go check out the food?
Exactly. I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I was like, how do you guys?
But they're kids. That's what you do.
No, but my point exactly, and that was the thing that kind of just. I've also had loss, and I've had loss at a very young age and all that, and us understanding and growing up with that I feel like that wasn't a question that I would have, like, I knew already, like, this was something that was going to happen. And for us, if we're actually going to remember someone, we're actually going to remember them. We're not going to be throwing these lavish parties or, trying to say, oh, let's gather all these people because these were the friends. No, there's no need. The action is spoken by the people themselves. They just show up. They had to throw this facade, and Pfeiffer even says it during her therapy. She's like, we're throwing this thing, and all I'm going to hear is these general, like, oh, if you need anything, I'll be there.
No one's going to share their
But
number.
No one's going to show up. Oh, yeah, he was such a great person. I don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
All these people.
That's what I liked about her time in Montana, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody said he was a great guy, and she was like, I didn't even know this version of my husband.
Yeah.
But to my point, they, even from the scene where the daughters were like, oh no, like, where's mom? Okay, she's missing. Like, what do you mean? Like, were you not listening to what your mother was saying? Were you not paying attention to how she was expressing her grief and what she wanted to do? Like, your immediate thought was like, well, throw my hands in the air and we're just going to wait here. And okay, she didn't show up. All right, well, she's missing now. Like, no.
No, she said it every single step of the way.
Yeah, exactly.
She said exactly how she felt, where she wanted to be, where she wanted. She said, this is my home now.
Exactly. And the fact that they couldn't pick up, like I said, it was just irritating the hell out of me because I was like, no, like, that's not, again, and I know I'm being biased because it's just, the way that I was grown up and the way that I was taught things. But for me, it's like, no, you show up. You make sure you show up somehow, some way. You make sure that you're present, and for me, that entire scene was just like, it was pissing me off. I loved it. Don't get me wrong. It was very moving seeing her, how she reacted about her love. She was deeply in love with this man, and now they had conversations. You could tell through her emotion how she felt that they did talk about the future. They did knew what was going to happen and how it was going to play out. And unfortunately for her, it didn't.
Yeah.
So that to me was moving. But at the same time, for me, it was just kind of like, well, that's normal. That's what you should be doing.
I think to your point, it's the fact that normally those things happen. They're called awake, right? Awake.
Yeah.
It's awake. Yeah, it's awake.
Okay, so I think to your point is it was an unnatural burial.
Uncommon, maybe?
Yeah.
Uncommon?
Yeah.
No.
So normally when that happens, the wake happens right after that. So I think this is their version of it, like, oh, because they weren't planning to have one. And so the best friend decides, they're people of money. So this is what we're going to gather and celebrate your husband's life for, because there are
It
people.
wasn't a celebration.
But these are the people of that life. The other life that he knew showed up. Like they were there. That was I feel like a wake and a burial at the same time. And they needed their time over here, and this is their time in the city. And that's one of the things I kind of liked. That's why,
Yeah.
I know you disagreed with it, because I get it. Like I do. It's not the traditional way you'd say goodbye. It's kind of like,
Well, it's not even that it's traditional. It's just the fact, like how you just mentioned it. They had their private ceremony, and then they come to their house, and all of a sudden, all these people that knew Paul, that knew Preston, that were aware of them, they showed up. They didn't need to be invited. They needed to be told. They didn't. None of this. They were aware, and they reacted, and they were present. And what they experienced in the city, that was not that.
Yeah.
It was not that at all. And it just seemed like more of it was just, we're going to throw a party, and by the way, the reason why we're having this party is because someone died. Oops. Even the conversation that they were having, it's like, oh yeah, look at the food spread. Who knew that they were getting this restaurant to
point.
are you kidding me? Like, that's the conversation that you're having?
That was wild.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
That's why it pissed you off. I understand.
It really irritated me.
All right. Well,
anyways,
we had enough of fun. Manny,
yeah. Manny,
what's your take? Take us
the mic.
home.
Take the mic away
the
from
part
me.
that I actually really did love and enjoy was that basically two strangers decided to dig the grave and bury them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically two strangers.
Yeah.
Which was, it just says a lot about them as their character, of who they were to them. They were like, no, we got it. We'll take care. Be here by noon.
Yeah.
We'll take care of everything. And they showed up. Obviously, nobody said any words, but it was really wholesome to see that, what, these two had an effect on so many people that they're going to actually take the time and put in the work and dig a grave the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that was my take. But anyways,
basically what Manny said, he freaking loved it.
Yeah.
No, if I could give a rating to that one, that was probably 10 out of 10. No joke.
I would agree.
Well,
it stirred it stirred emotions. It really stirred emotions. It really gave you a perspective into, like, as you were saying, grief and the women's perspective. Because normally in a lot of these shows, you just see, like, it's the man that kind of has to take reins of the control and figure out how they're going to move and how they're going to lead their family through these crises. And in this situation, that's not the case.
Yeah.
We have the matriarch of the family now. And she's the one that's going to have to figure out, like, all right, from the start, I think this is how we should have raised our family. We didn't do it that way. That's perfectly fine. But now,
spoiled little bitches.
Exactly.
Mom, he said it.
Sorry.
Mom.
You heard it. You heard it. It was him.
He needs to put $1 in the jar.
Swear jar.
Swear jar.
Where's the swear jar?
I do have a quick. I know we're trying to stay under 30 minutes. We passed that already.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Go ahead.
Any predictions for season 2?
Oh, of Madison?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's over. I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Fonzie. It seems like you have something on your mind.
No, I'm still thinking.
I think, okay, so the obvious prediction for me is that she stays on the land.
Correct.
I think the kids are going to follow. They're tired of, I think, they caught a real glimpse of reality, and they love it in a place where they could feel like themselves are not judged. What's her name? The daughter who gets mugged. No, okay.
Abby and
Abby.
no, Abby's the
Abby's
older
the
one.
older. Yeah.
Abby's the older one.
Bridget? No, Bridget's the daughter of
Bridget, Macy, they're the granddaughters,
Yeah.
and
I always forget her name. Yeah. See, guys, dumb takes.
the blonde one.
the blonde tornado.
I think after she gets mugged, then cuts to the last episode, hits somebody else because she got hit the first one.
Mhm.
Gets hit.
Oh, that's true. I didn't even
Full
think about
she
that.
gets
That's
she gets
good.
hit. She gets hit the first one, and hits the last one on the last episode. And I think
she got the last hit.
Yeah, I think she's at this point too realizing, and so is Patrick Patrick. What is his name?
J. Patrick Adams?
Patrick
right?
J. Adams. I don't know. The one from Suits.
Suits.
No,
Suits.
Suits guy.
Yeah, he seems like he stepped up a lot this gradually, Fun fact, he stayed on set. He stayed on set in where they were filming. He had a camper and decided to stay on set and was like, is it okay if I pull up here? Because normally he likes to sleep in. This is something he said like on a talk show.
Oh,
I think it was.
I did not know that. No way.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Sick pictures. Yeah. You guys take a look at that. If you guys haven't seen it, take a look at it. It's pretty cool. Sick camper setup. He invited people to come. He's like, you guys might want to check it out. And that may have put him in the character more because he's that kind of guy.
Committed.
Yeah. I think he stepped up as a character, not as an actor. Like he's always been great. And I think he's going to be to a point where like, I think this is where we're at. She lost her job. So nothing's tying her to New York anymore.
No.
Yeah.
So I think prediction going forward, the family's going to end up taking care of that ranch, moving in, and they're going to, because they don't want to deal with this life anymore. This is the husband's life, and I think they want to be as close to him as possible, and therefore keeping the land where he's buried on.
Yeah.
What is your prediction?
I'll piggyback from what you were saying. I honestly feel like this episode we're slowly starting to see how the ties of this family and their normal environment are slowly being severed.
Mm-hmm.
We have Stacy with losing her husband, Preston. She's already done with the city.
Yeah.
And we hear it from the very beginning where she's like, it's funny how every time that we have conversations in New York, we're always talking about how we're going to leave New York. And we never we don't really say like, you know what, I'm planting roots. I'm staying here. This is my city. We're going to say no, severed, now she's willing to go full out. All right. I'm in Montana and now I'm a Montaniite. What Montanan citizen?
Like that, yeah.
Something.
Montanan. I think that's how it is. Montanan.
I think it's Montaigne. Go on. We're over time.
I know. But honestly, I think it's just them, slowly severing with, like you were saying, the other daughter losing her job. Now she doesn't really have anything that keeps her there. Her Abigail, finding love or what could be love.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good story.
And not being over there in New York. So we're slowly starting to see how those ties that were keeping them there is slowly kind of just being cut away, and there's nothing that's holding them back from making a life decision and moving. So I think the next season is probably them kind of just assimilating that and figuring out what their next moves are or what their next decisions are going to be, and how those decisions are going to eventually lead them back to where they said they're like, I don't understand why we're here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So to end this episode, I will ask you guys a question just to keep us on a lighter note. We're way over time, but still, I got asked, what is one show that you love that you would never watch again? And I'll go first. Mine is, I think it's called The Last Kingdom with Uhtred on Netflix. It's The Last Kingdom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried watching it again. It's so long. It's so good though. Like I tried. I've seen Suits like 4 times now. but that's not one for me. But for me, it's I guess I would say that's the right name. The Last Kingdom. That's a great show. I probably will never watch that one again, unfortunately. But great show. What is and Fonz?
For me, on the spot, honestly, for me, it's House.
Damn. Okay.
I really, really enjoyed that show. But it is a show that the way that I felt for it the first time, I feel like I can't I can't rewatch it again.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to spoil. Like I want to leave it with the way that I felt about it as it is.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Manny?
For me, it's actually going to be SEALs. I don't think you guys ever watched it.
Oh,
it was
no.
on NBC, SEALs, about Navy SEALs. The way they drove me into just the writing of it was absolutely great. I'm almost gonna start crying talking about it.
Damn.
Should you not? Like, it's so good, and it's one of those feelings like you remember how you felt watching a show to start, and you don't want to
let go.
Like, yeah, let go in a way.
Yeah.
I just the way I felt watching every single episode when they killed off one of the leading actors.
Spoilers.
Oh my
Spoilers.
gosh. I was a wreck.
That's how I feel about
what? Like,
no,
that's one I don't want to watch again.
That's fair.
But it was so good. But I wouldn't watch it again. I can't.
That's how I feel about How I Met Your Mother. I want to feel that.
I
again.
almost said How I Met Your Mother, but
No.
I mean, I love the show so much.
Oh
I
no,
watch it all the time.
And I'm Team Ted all day, so
let's go.
Team Ted all day. So I mean, I would
The
watch it
homie
again, but it's
hoppers?
just so long. Homie, hopper.
Whoa,
sorry.
Damn,
that's Neil Patrick Harris. He's the homie.
that one too.
100%.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for us. I mean, my dog's not here anymore. Manny, just kidding. Manny's he went back to work the tables. I'm just kidding. Well, all right. I mean, we have nothing else to say. I'm good here.
No, just
Yeah. I think we're good. This is a longer one. Sorry, guys. There's a lot to say. It was a really good episode. Madison was very great. So very much love for the Taylor Sheridan family putting it together. As in his words, he writes it. They're the ones who create it. They're the ones who made the show. So I saw that intro, and Taylor Sheridan's right. They always do a great job of casting. So we cannot wait for Dutton Ranch. That preview came out. Oh, the teaser preview. Oh my gosh.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I can't.
that one.
We cannot wait.
Lost my mind.
So,
I did it.
If you guys are sticking with us, oh my God. If you guys are sticking with us, listen, we're going to have like no breaks coming up. So literally it bleeds into Marshals unless they have a mid-season break, which we haven't looked up either. Like I said, dumb takes. If they
Dutton Ranch is coming out in the fall.
No, it's coming out.
No, May 15th.
May
bro.
15th.
May
So
15th.
it's going to bleed into us. We have no breaks. So we're going straight into season 3, it looks like, of just straight up Dutton Ranch. It's going to bleed into 2, more than likely. We're going to have no sleep. Yeah, Fonz is like, oh my God. So stick with us. We're going to have a long time of doing this. We love doing this. The setup now is taking less time. We've got better lighting, better mics. We're going to move along here, guys.
Investments are being made.
Yeah. We actually, we're purchasing a studio, AKA Fonz is bringing.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
There's a cabin in the works.
Yeah. Yeah, we might travel to do something.
Cabin?
Yeah. So stick with us, guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do it. It helps us. We're keeping it going. We love that everyone's like coming in, chiming in, tuning in, giving us ideas, even outside the comments where I'm getting them left and right. So thank you again, guys, for appreciating and watching the show and sticking with us. It means a lot, especially to me, because this was a dream for me that I now get to do with 2 brothers. So thank you guys again. I love you guys, whatever it is, Fonz.
Heart, whichever
guys.
heart, whichever heart.
Yeah.
Whichever heart.
All right, guys.
Later.
Later, guys.